and welcome again. My name is Christina and today I want to talk to you about how to work on a variety of language concepts at home without using any real materials. So it's basically using language concepts, teaching those throughout daily routines and using things you already have in the house. So we're going to talk about how you can work on body parts, prepositions, verbs, basic concepts like comparisons big and little, opposites, and things like that, just throughout the day with things you already have in the house. So if you'd love to learn about that, listen to this, and I hope you enjoy it. So before we get started with some of the suggestions and tips, I wanted to briefly talk about just some general norms that children acquire certain language concepts by. So in general, by age 2, children should be able to follow one-step directions, and they kind of already get a hang of the concepts in and on, as well as up and down. So that's by age 2. Again, every child is different, but that's general rule. And then by age 3, children should be able to follow two-step directions, like go get the ball and bring it here, as well as the basic concepts big and little, 1 versus 2, starting with numerical concepts, and also identifying what is different, what is the same. So these are all great things you can work on at home without buying any toys or particular materials for. So starting in the morning when your child wakes up, that is your opportunity to work on labeling body parts, working on prepositions and verbs. So as your child gets up, you can talk about getting out of the bed, taking clothes off, putting arm in, leg in, into the clothes, having your child help you pick which outfit he or she wants by using a full phrase or a sentence like, I want the red pants or I want green pants. Having them select which items they want, and you can even work on where they are, inside the drawer, on top of the drawers, just things like that you can incorporate in your daily routine in the mornings. Also, as your child starts brushing the teeth, that's a wonderful activity to work on sequencing. So you can model first. Okay, so first we get the toothbrush. Next, we get the toothpaste. Next, we take the toothpaste and put it on the toothbrush. So again, you're modeling a lot of the prepositions. You're showing how we sequence steps throughout the day, and it can help your child eventually being able to tell you all of these steps and use their words to express the whole sequence. So that's with brushing your teeth. You can also do it if you take a bath in the morning. You can work on all of the body parts, washing the elbows, washing your chin, washing your knees, focusing on those smaller body parts that your child may not know yet, and exposing them to all of these words. Again, you can work on putting soap on a variety of things, or putting it on the wall, on the bathtub, in the bucket, just modeling a lot of the prepositions. And you can eventually ask your child, okay, you tell mommy, where should I put the soap? And be silly, make it funny. And children typically love to be the boss. So any opportunity you give them to tell you what to do, they're gonna be great at it. So offer them possibilities to tell mommy what to do, what to put where. So putting the soap somewhere or hiding clothes in the house. I love to do like hide and seek games, so you can hide random objects in the house, whether it's clothes or food items, little snacks, or any of the toys you already have in a house. You can pick a room and you may hide items and then have the child tell you where to look, or you have the child hide them and then have the child give you cues on where the items are, like, oh, look under there, or look on top, look behind, things like that. So that's for prepositions and body parts in the morning. Another great activity you can do with clothes is to sort them. And we can sort by color, we can sort them by size, and by season. So those are all great concepts to start talking about. We can talk about, okay, let's look, what clothes do we wear in the winter? And then talking about that it's cold, and why we need to wear shoes, why we wear a hat, why we wear sunglasses, starting to categorize the different seasons and what clothes we wear during the different seasons. Sorting by color is great, by size, or by which ones do we wear on our legs, which ones do we wear on our body, on our head, on our feet. These are all great things to just start getting your child to think about and answering a variety of WH questions as well as categorize. Another great activity you can do with your child is cooking. And before you say, no way, I don't want the mess, there's a lot of great snacks and little recipes you can do that do not involve a big mess. So you can really get your child engaged and work on a lot of great language concepts here. From labeling items, to measuring, to comparing, to sorting, to sequencing. It's such a good activity to get children engaged and to work on a lot of language skills. So one of my favorite recipes that I love to do with my son is making energy bites. And it's basically mixing oats with peanut butter, some chocolate chips, and honey. And it's really not very messy. The activity is pretty quick. And the fact that we get to roll little balls is really great for the sensory needs, and it's just really fun, and children can help, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just the activity that brings you two together, and you can work on a lot of skills, talking about rolling, making a circle. You can make different shapes, making a square, making a triangle, talking about pouring in, taking out, looking at the different ingredients. Let's look which ones go in the fridge, which ones go in the pantry, which ones are Another sweet. Great recipe I like to do is just smoothies. It's so easy. You just put items in. You can talk about the different ingredients, asking your child what they would like to put in their smoothie, talking about blending, what color it becomes when different ingredients mix. It's all great little things you can do throughout the day to make it more fun and expose your child to a variety of new language concepts. If your child is struggling with verbs or spontaneously using a lot of verbs, especially with the ing ending at the end, like walking, running, a great way just to expose them a little bit more to a variety of verbs is by using any figurines or dolls or teddy bears you have in the house and make a little parade or pretend play that they're at the circus or at the store, and just first model like, oh, my doggy is jumping, my doggy is eating, my cat is sleeping, let's get a blanket, she's sleeping, shh. And just model it. And eventually you can ask your child, okay, what should mommy do? Let's see, should bear go jumping or should bear go sleeping? And just offer choices, and eventually your child will start imitating or saying it by him or herself. So those are all great things you can do with little toys in the house. Just demonstrate the actual actions. And you can even do the freeze dance on YouTube. There's the animal freeze dance, which is great for following one-step directions and using a variety of verbs, like the animals, the penguin that's waddling, the elephant that's stomping. And you can pause and first talk about it or do just the song and have the child imitate you as you're doing the actions, and then eventually with time they'll catch on as well. I hope you find these little tips and suggestions and ideas helpful, and that you enjoy playing with your child and exposing them to some of these different language concepts. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to message me. I'm happy to help. Bye.